Dejounte Murray is him. He had a fantastic 41-point game. Let's get down. Let's check him out really quick to see what he did well in game that you can do as well. Really quickly, if you want to be able to shoot the basketball better, make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. And also, make sure to go check out Coach Lens, which is the app that I'm using in this video to draw on the video. And that is also linked down in the description too, and you also get 10% off with my link because this company made the app specifically with tips that I gave them. Okay, so first off, he is right here, and what does he do extremely well in this clip that allowed him to score? Well, first off, he's seen that his man is overplaying him, so he cut back door because there's nobody on this side of the court. That allowed him to finish right at the rim very easily. This was all able to happen because his man was guarding him well above where he should have been. He was in straight deny. He clearly did not want Dejounte Murray to score. And whenever there's a player who is in this position and this man is not helping out and this man is not rotating down, guess what? This whole side is open. If you can see the defense playing like this is a fantastic time for yourself, no matter what your play call is to cut back doors, especially if your guard or the player who has the ball is having his eyes on you. This will clearly allow you to score way more points in your next game just by cutting off ball and recognizing where the defense was. Okay, so in this next clip, he attacks the right side. Now, when he attacks that right side, his man switches his foot position. He went from having his left foot as the top foot to now having his right foot as the top foot. This now allows Dejounte Murray to then attack back the opposite direction and get a rescreen from his big man. A rescreen is really important. Why it's really important is the fact that if you don't use the screen right away because maybe your man was overplaying you, which was the case here, and then you attack away from the screen, if this guy just moves and drops back down, that is going to allow you to use that player as a screen once again. Now, when he's using that screen once again, what does his defender do? Remember, we want to read our defenders and react accordingly. It's called read and react. So here he uses that screen. His man goes underneath the screen. What is the first thing that you should look at when your man goes underneath the screen? Your first option should be to look for the shot because now that distance that he has between you and himself is greater if he goes underneath that screen. They're going underneath that screen to beg you to shoot. And that's exactly what we see here, and Dejounte Murray was able to make him pay with that jump shot. Now in this next clip, he gets a screen from his big man. After he gets that screen from the big man, he uses that screen. However, right now his man is going over top of the screen. Clearly, that man has now learned from other situations in this game, even though the game is just early, that if you go underneath the screen, Dejounte Murray is going to be pulling that shot. And I'm going to not lie to you either. The fact that Dejounte Murray is way back here, away from the three-point line, I would, as a defender, 100% go underneath the screen. You want to pull up from 8 feet, 9, maybe 10 feet beyond the NBA three-point line, go for it until you make one. As soon as you make one, okay, I'll start chasing you around the screen. But this gets that defender in jail. A little bit of a moving screen, but again, that defensive player was pushing him, so he, in my opinion, has the right to take a step back, even though some of the refs in my region would call that a moving screen. Now, Dejounte Murray has his defender in jail. He's behind his back. He has a few different options. He can attack. That's a big, strong, massive wall that he cannot penetrate, but he can kick the ball out if he was. So instead, with his shot and his ability to shoot, he's created enough distance with that sidestep that he should be able to pull off that shot. Defender's arms are down. There's nothing contesting the shot. You should always have at least one hand up when you're guarding a shooter like Dejounte Murray, and that just allows him to pull for that three, and he makes the three. Now, this is actually some pretty good off-ball movement. He passes it over here. After he passes the ball out, he moves to this left side. He tells his man to then go cover the top. Well, guess what? This is now collecting defenders here. If they were to swing that ball faster to him, he could have attacked here, but they didn't swing the ball fast enough. This is the NBA. They should be doing better. However, when he gets set and he's up against this defender right here, guess what we see? Well, if we actually rewind just a bit, where is Dejounte Murray's shoulders versus his defender? They're quite a bit lower. Even though Ant-Man is much stronger than Dejounte Murray, then it doesn't really matter because guess what? Dejounte Murray is lower. He has more leverage to push up into his defender, which then means that he can get past him. And that's exactly what we see right here. He uses a little bit of a chicken wing right there to be able to create distance between his man and his defender. He's able to use his off arm to lock, or at least try and lock Ant-Man behind him. And then when he's attacking, he takes only one dribble. He's able to pick it up before the reaching hand gets in. And then he's able to go up 1-2 step, but he does a right hand finish on the left side. I had a comment the other day on a video saying that you should never do a right hand layup on the left side. Well, guess what? No matter what position you're in on the court, you're not always going to be in the or have the ability to go for a left hand layup on the left side. Ant-Man could have went towards the left side knowing that he'd be going for a left hand layup and swatted from behind without making body contact, and it would not be a foul and a blocked shot. When in reality, here, Dejounte Murray is finishing with his right hand. That's allowing his entire body to be in the way of Ant-Man from blocking him, and this would have allowed him to get the angle to be able to do this. You can't get your whole body in the way if you're going left hand on the left side. But if you go right hand on the left side, this blocks out almost everybody who's around you. So this guy comes in to try to block you. Guess what? He makes contact with your body. He tries to block your shot. He makes contact with your body. He goes this way and tries to block your shot. Either the backboard or your body's going to be in the way. This is why you need to learn how to finish with both hands around the rim. Now watch out here, because this is actually very important. We need to learn how to do what Dejounte Murray does right here. And that is, as soon as he gets that ball, first off, he could have attacked really hard if he was to get that pass just a bit faster, less of a lob. However, he needs to square up with his man. Shot fake right away. Staying low. Look, 90-90. This is important. If you are a player, you need to pay attention to this, because there's so many players who will get the ball and just stand there and not look like they're about to attack a basket. And guess what? When that happens, you're not a threat. The guy is not going to have to defend you. So then he attacks quick. He attacks the shoulder, but also his shoulder is lower than his defender's shoulder, which then means that he can get that leverage. At this time, his man is now sideways trying to run alongside him. As soon as he crosses his feet, Dejounte Murray pulls back and he's able to rise up for that mid-range shot. You need to really watch your defenders and see what they're doing. I can't stress this enough. Always watch your defenders. Always try to see how they're playing you. If you're attacking, not just have your peripheral vision looking for other defenders and your teammates to pass to, but also with your vision, watch the hips and watch the feet of your defender. This area right here is going to really help you understand what he's trying to do. I know there's a lot of coaches who will say watch his upper body. I really don't care what his upper body is doing. I could care less, because I know how to angle my body and I know how to attack this man off the dribble. I really don't care what his upper body is doing. What I care about is his midsection and his legs. As soon as I see that, while having peripheral vision to see help side defenders, then I know what I need to do to be able to score if I'm going in an ISO situation, as we generally mostly do at the elite level or in the NBA. And then when he was able to attack, he did a quick pullback, snatchback, sidestep, whatever you want to call it. His man was lost because he crossed his feet. As soon as he crossed his feet, you pull back, you then take that shot, and you're able to make that shot. So good job to Dejounte Murray in this game and in this clip. What I mean by most teams run ISO for players at the elite level is because most plays are called for a specific player. So when I'm coaching, it's usually like a 4 Jaden or a 4 David or maybe a Horns David or a Horns Jude or whatever it may be. While at other elite teams, they will, instead of calling a specific player to be able to be the number one option, what they do is they run more motion-like sets. I run a 5-out motion, and of course, if you're a coach, you can check out my 5-out book that is down in the description. But what you really need to pay attention to is the ability to, hey, we're running a motion. We got to keep on passing and cutting and whatever. But if I get that ball and I got the advantage, I need to take it. And if I take it, I'm now in an isolation situation. In which case, I now need to attack that man, see what he's doing, see what my teammates are doing, see what their defenders are doing, and then, of course, attack accordingly. Make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. That's going to help you, of course, shoot the basketball better and from further away. And if you like Coach Lens, make sure to go check out the link down there as well.